take care of you. Hey, so it is day 22. Wow, sorry. It is day 22. I just got back maybe an hour ago from our class field trip to Stonehenge and the Roman baths. For some reason, I don't know why I thought Stonehenge was somewhere else other than England. I did not know that it was actually in England and only 2 hours away from London. So that kind of like took me for a loop because I was just like, I don't know. Maybe there's just me. I don't know. That was just me. But like, so it's literally surrounded by like grass plains. There's not much like there other than the stones. When we were listening to the information that was being played, it was like people were buried there, so there's like burial grounds there, burial mounds there as well. But people still don't know why the Stonehenge was built. There's all these theories. Maybe it was like a calendar, a gigantic stereo boom box, maybe like a place to get better, like it had magical properties for healing. So there's all these theories around it, but just to go and see it, it's just like, yo, like these things only appear in movies. Like, what? So they look small in my opinion. Maybe it's because I was still like a little ways away from them. Like you can't really go to them. But like I was like, they're kind of small. So but yeah, just to like stand there and to take in the fact that I'm looking at the Stonehenge. I'm physically looking at the Stonehenge and taking pictures of the Stonehenge. Just kind of blew my mind. I didn't think that I would be seeing the Stonehenge, you know, at this age. So that was kind of cool. So after that, we had like an hour bus ride to Bath, not Bath. I learned it's Bath, where they found what they found the Romans' bath, where like think of it like as a spa, like it would have been a modern day spa pretty much. They found it and it still has water in it. Like the water is still flowing into the hot spring from, you know, the center of the earth, and it's still draining out naturally. And they found it. They found the ruined temples that were surrounding this bath, and like there's something about walking into a place that's been preserved throughout many, many years of history that just kind of like leave you awestruck, because it's like, yeah, this has been here for thousands of years, and like I'm getting the chance to like walk where the Romans used to walk, where like royalties used to walk and spend their days, and I'm seeing like the water that like it's really amazing. I don't know if that makes me a nerd, but that's fine. I'll be that. Yeah, and then afterwards we had like an hour walk around the city of Bath. So the city of Bath was originally kind of founded to be like a pleasure city, as in like this is where you went if you were trying to be chosen, pretty much. You wanted to be seen, so this is where you went. It was very expensive. It's still expensive to stay there, to live there actually. And yeah, so we just kind of walked around. We saw different spots. Like there's this place called the Crescent, and like all of the apartments are like literally in like a crescent shape. And the circus, the apartments are in a circle, pretty much. Obviously, there's still streets cutting through it, and that was said to be based off of like the Stonehenge measurements, and to be very attached to nature, because in the center is oak trees, and on top of the roofs there's like acorns and stuff. We went to the assembly hall, which is where they would go for gambling, for dances, pretty much where people would assemble. We were told that in 1942, on one night, like that, the town of Bath, was bombed, and I think she said 400 people died that day. And the assembly hall was one of the buildings to be bombed, and the reason why they bombed Bath, even though like there has no military ties to the city, the fact that it was so culturally tied to British pride, they wanted to kind of like demoralize people by bombing cultural spots in Great Britain, pretty much is why it got bombed. But the chandeliers in there were the original chandeliers. They were apparently preserved, or they were stored away, and they're still there, and they're still very, very grand and very, very expensive looking. And that was pretty much it. We saw the Abbey Church. It's very Gothic. It reminds me of the Notre Dame, but not as grand as the Notre Dame is, obviously, but it definitely has the same artistic style and architecture. And after that, we were free for about 30 minutes to where I got ice cream, and then we got on the bus back for 2 hours, and that was pretty much my day. Tomorrow we're supposed to be going to the Freud house / museum. It's his house where he passed away, that has now been turned into a museum, so that should be interesting. I'm still trying to figure out when exactly I'm going to mark off the other 30 items. I think it's 30 items off my bucket list, because our time is running up, and I really would like to accomplish marking off everything. I'm trying to get through my schoolwork first, so I'm not stressed by trying to like go places and then like worry about, oh, I have this test or I have this essay to do. So I'm trying to get through that. But yeah, day 22.
Imagine we can take the world, make the world ours, baby. You ain't gotta worry, cause I'm here by your side. I ain't here to chill, boy, I'm down for the ride.